All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call Haloyam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book of the Bible. All right, so I got some more news, man. More and more news every single day comes about, about digital IDs, man. All right. So it says right here, this article, all right, the title reads, UK announces mandatory digital IDs for all newborns. Woo! All right. Now, earlier, last year now, all right, 2025, all right, you had, I did a video on it. I forgot who it was. I think it was Bill Gates talking about microchipping newborn babies, man. All right. So now you got the UK, all right, announcing mandatory digital IDs for all newborns. All right. And now it's mandatory. All right. Digital IDs are also now mandatory to work in the UK. All right. So UK announces mandatory digital IDs for all newborns, man. Left and right, I'm giving you videos and news about digital IDs, man. All right. The whole earth is calling for digital IDs. Why? Because they're lesser luminaries, all right, to the elite bankers, all right, who have an agenda to bring forth the new world order, all right, and part of that new world order is that part of that new world order is to have the entire earth, all right, enslaved by their technology, all right, which in the Bible is known as the mark of the beast, and the mark of the beast being the RFID microchip. All right, so they're bringing forth digital IDs, all right, bringing forth the digital world to get everybody used to a digital age, right? And even now, people, we're in a digital age, all right? People barely use cash, right? They're always using Apple Pay or Google Pay. People don't carry cash anymore. They carry around their debit cards, their credit cards, right? It says parents who refuse will be jailed. All right. And that's how it's going to be when the mark of the beast is made mandatory under the punishment of death. All right. When the elites finally usher out the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, and make it mandatory. That's how it's going to be. All right. People are going to be jailed, tortured, thrown in prison and concentration camps, put to death. All right. Apostle John, when he was on the island of Patmos, all right, when you read the book of Revelations, he's seen, all right, the men of the Lord being beheaded, the elect, all right, for not taking the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. All right. So it says parents who refuse will be jailed. All right. It says the British government has announced plans to require all newborn babies to be given a digital ID. Woo. All right. With parents who refuse facing jail time. All right. And confiscating, all right, of their child by the state. All right. And that's part of the curses for you Israelites, man. All right. The scriptures say you should have children and not enjoy them. All right. And that happens now. All right. That been happening to us Israelites, having children not be able to enjoy them. All right. Our babies, babies get taken away from Israelite men all the time, especially when they have done no wrong because of the woman being wicked as hell. Got something vile and profane to say about a man, lying on a man. He raped me, or he did this and did that. Now he got to pay child support. Now he can't see his baby, restraining orders type joints, It says this Orwellian scheme, all right, revealed by the Daily Mail, exposes labor's true agenda. All right, a lifelong tracking system masquerading as a tool to curb illegal immigration. Yeah, it's always some type of fake ass guise or fake ass reason, you know, why they have to bring forth the digital ID, to protect children and to make sure everyone is safe and stuff like that. But we see right through the madness. The scriptures say, all right, if it be at all possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But they can't deceive the very elect. That's why the elect are the elect. The true prophets and the true servants of the Lord know exactly what is happening and what is going on, man. We know the future, right? Because of the prophecies. We see the future, we know what's about to happen. We know it's going to happen, right? We know it's going to happen, right? The prophecies. Because of the faith we have, all right? We're visionaries, man. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Rataza, I am of that number of the 144 of the elect, right? It says the move is being slammed as a blatant power grab, with many warning it has nothing to do with border control and everything to do with eroding freedoms from birth. Yeah, exactly. It has nothing to do with border control at all, bro. Nothing. All right? It's all a lie. It's all a fake ass guise. All right? So you see right here, a Twitter post, well, it's called X now, but by a man Basil the Great. It says newborn babies to be given digital ID. Ministers in the labor government have now let slip their latest proposal. This must be stopped. Nobody wants this. All right, digital IDs for babies, and he posted a newspaper or whatever. All right, it says the proposal. Excuse me. It says the proposal emerged in secretive cabinet office meetings led by Minister Josh Simmons, all right, who cited Estonia's model where infants get unique numbers at birth registration for accessing public services. Simmons even suggested digital IDs could help teenagers log into social media. Yeah, that's what I was bringing forth earlier. All right, always got these fake ass reasons. All right, to keep children safe on social media. To keep us safe from immigrants or migrants. Right, tying into global crackdowns like Australia's under 16 ban on apps such as TikTok. All right, announced by Prime Minister Keir Starmer in September as a way to verify job candidates, all right, candidates' right to work. The scheme is slated for rollout by 2028 to 2029. 2028 and 29. All right, at a staggering 1.8 billion cost. All right, but the government has stonewalled on details. All right, fueling suspicions of mission creep. All right, shadow cabinet officer Minister Mike Wood, all right, blasted the idea. Labor said their plan for mandatory digital ID was about tackling illegal immigration, but now we hear they are secretly considering forcing it on newborns. All right, what do babies have to do with stopping the boats? This would be a deeply sinister overreach by labor, and all without any proper national debate. Excuse me. All right, exactly. All right, it has nothing to do with immigration or anything like that, man. All right, it's part of the agenda, man, the elite's agenda. All right, using prime ministers and politicians, as puppets, mayors and governors as puppets, man, calling for digital ID. All right, former Tory cabinet minister Sir David Davis echoed the outrage, calling it creeping state surveillance. Yeah, all right. Esau Edom being that creep, that vile creeper, man. Right? It says he added, all right, the idea that we should allocate children ID at birth is frankly an affront to centuries of British history and is being put out by stupid ministers who really don't understand the technology they are playing with. All right, they think they are being clever and modern, but a large number of people, all right, will be outraged by this. It will end up being hated by a lot of people. All right, well, he's just a puppet. He's just doing what the elites are telling him to do. All right, it's really the elites, all right, that are doing this, man. All right, the elites are the ones that are calling the shots. They're just using the prime ministers and presidents of this world, of the nations, as puppets to bring forth this digital agenda, to bring forth their agenda. All right, Davis accused, all right, a Starmer of peddling the policy on a bogus premise, all right, before quietly ballooning it without parliamentary input, all right, labeling it a constitutional disgrace delivered in a disgraceful manner. All right, you see what's going on, man. All right, let's keep reading. Where was I at? Right here, it says liberal Democrat spokesman Lisa Smart Warren reports that ministers may be considering dragging newborn babies into their already overreaching digital ID scheme would be a frightening development. All right, so you see what's going on, man. It says right here, the disturbing prospect of digital IDs for newborn babies shows this has nothing to do with right to work checks, all right, immigration, or giving people choices. It's a cradle to the grave digital file being dishonestly forced on every single Briton, all right, or Brighton. It says this is a shocking, underhand way to massively expand a controversial policy our country has always rejected. All right. Yeah, because the elites are just doing what he said. He's doing what he was told to do, man. That's all he's doing from the orders on high, man. All right. It says Big Brother Watch, a leading privacy advocacy group, sounded the alarm on X. All right, newborn babies could be given digital ID under secretive cradle to the grave surveillance plans. All right, so you see what's happening, man. You see what's happening. You see what's going on. It says this development builds on Starmer's broader biometric tracking rollout, the brick card system. All right, tied to the UK One login platform. All right, promises to block illegal, all right, migrants from jobs, but ignores the flood of legal asylum seekers and offers endless tools for government overreach. All right, with net migration hitting around 500,000 annually and only a fraction deemed illegal. All right, the ID won't stem the tide, but could easily punish dissenters by revoking access to work on services. All right, it's a classic globalist bait and switch, exploit public frustration, yeah, all right, over open borders to impose surveillance that targets natives. All right, says the only mandatory area of the program will be for digital right to work checks. Only people starting a new job will need to use the scheme. All right, but a Whitehall source admitted it's all hypothetical with a public consultation pending. All right, hardly reassuring, giving, all right, the secretive plotting. All right, so we see, man. All right, things are moving fast, bro. Listen, look at my videos. How many videos reporting on a digital ID have I did, all right, within the last few days? All right, come on, man. All right, so, you know, bringing you this news, bringing it to your front, man, so you know what's going on, what's happening, man, so you're not living under a rock. All right, so, you know, Lord willing, excuse me, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Ratazah. All right, this lesson is and was edifying. All right, call Halalyam, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakal Quitash. All right, and on to the next one. Shalom, shalom.